Coming up on this week's Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, Bob showcases the Ranger 621 FS Fisherman Series with all the options for fishing freshwater and saltwater. Also, Bob takes the Ranger 621 FS on its maiden voyage to do some inshore fishing in Naples, Florida. And on the Sportsman's Table, we feature a certified South Carolina duck recipe. All this and a whole lot more, and it begins right now.
Beautiful right there. What I thought of this lead, he might have been a J. Fish on. Doubled up there. Welcome to our show this week, folks. Listen, we've got some great fishing action inshore, Naples, Florida. The first time I've ever been down there. I hope you enjoy it, and the special guide that we've got on our show this week, a story that he's got to tell, and well, listen, you're just gonna have to stay tuned. But before we head on down for some great fishing action, I want to walk you through my 2018 621 Ranger FS. It's the Fisherman Series. You've seen the 2016 that we've had on the show before. Well, I love the boat so much, we got another one from the folks down at Ranger, and I want to walk you through some of the great features of this 50th anniversary 621 series. It's got everything for you if you love to fish. Whether it's saltwater, freshwater, big waves, it doesn't matter. You're going to enjoy looking at some of the features of this Ranger 621 Fisherman Series. Well, let's start from the rear of this new 621. Let's talk about the power plant, this Mercury 300 XL Pro. The boat is rated for up to 350 horsepower, but I tell you what, I found this 4-stroke Mercury 300 is absolutely a great engine for this boat. It's quiet, and you know what, I know a lot of you folks out there that use these boats, especially in the upper Great Lakes region, and you walleye fish with them or whatever, you always want a kicker motor. I ask folks all the time, do you really need a kicker motor, or is that just something you've always had? Because this thing is quiet, it'll troll, it'll get you out of trouble if you're up on rocks, whatever it is, but that has got to be a question you answer. But this boat will also accommodate a Mercury kicker motor on either the right or left side. Let's talk a little bit about the power poles. A lot of folks ask me about these, Bob, why dual power poles? Well, what I found in my experience is, in order to hold this boat, especially in semi-rough water, if I'm shallow, if I'm inshore doing some red fishing or whatever I am, or if I'm in the middle of Okeechobee or some freshwater lake that I need to anchor down, I don't have an anchor on this boat. I use these power poles to lock this boat down so I can fish with comfort. And so with those two pieces, those are very, very key when you talk about elements of buying a boat, okay? Again, power poles, you've got remote controls, you've got hard controls up near there. So both of these, between the Mercury 300 and the power poles on the back of the boat, are very, very key. Now, when I talk about the rest of the boat, you're talking about rod storage, you're talking about storage of stuff, okay? All of us fishermen have got stuff, but I really want to focus a little bit on this full live well back here, ozonator. It's got every bell and whistle you can think of, okay? Timers. This has a divider system in it, so if you are saltwater fishing and you need to put your bait in there to keep them alive, whether it's menhaden or whatever, or if you're a bass fisherman or you're a freshwater fisherman and you need bait, you can keep it alive in here, no sweat. Also, you have a live well in here that'll keep your creel and your catch alive, and that's one of the key things, a big live well. And then from that piece, when we come back, I'm going to talk more about the great features of this 621 FS series from Ranger. But let's head on down to Naples and let's take a look at a little inshore action and the maiden voyage of this new boat. Get him, Rick.
We got a nice little trout here.
Yeah, good little trout.
Oh, see if I can get him up here.
Get him.
There you go.
Ah, look at you, man. You caught dinner.
There you go.
Yeah,
My mom loves this kind of fish. She'd be mad at me if I throw him back in, but I'm going to throw him back in today.
You caught dinner.
Just don't let her know.
But just don't let him stick you.
Yeah,
Well, folks, I tell you what.
Nice little fish.
Welcome to our show this week. We are in beautiful Naples, Florida, part of the Florida Fishing Network, and my go-to and my guide and my expert today that is guiding us on this trip here, Inshore Saltwater, is Captain Rick Mitchell. Okay.
Nice little trout.
Yeah, it is a nice little
Look at
trout,
that.
man. Tell you, you did
Beautiful.
good.
They're going to get bigger.
Yeah, well,
catch a big one.
it's early morning here in Naples. A beautiful, beautiful morning. Okay, windy, but that's okay. Anytime you get a chance to come down here and fish in beautiful South Florida here on the Gulf. This is my first time in the Naples area, so it's one of those chances that I've had to take. And you know, with this guy here, he's been fishing down here for 6 to 8 years. And as we go on through the story here, Rick, you and I have got some history that we got to talk about here, okay?
We do.
Old soldier, huh? That you are.
It's 25
years.
years.
And now you're down here fishing. I tell you what.
What's the chances two lieutenant colonels getting together today and going fishing?
Listen, man, and I'm being instructed by one today. Oh my gosh, man.
Stay tuned. When we come back, we look at some more features of the new Ranger 621 FS Fisherman Series boat. Plus, we have more fishing from Naples, Florida.
The Old 96th District in South Carolina is nestled in the western corner of the state and is a haven for fishing enthusiasts. South Carolina's freshwater coastline wraps around 84,000 acres of water, including Lakes Greenwood, Russell, and Thurmond. Experience incredible outdoor adventure, arts, culture, history, and heritage of Abbeville, Edgefield, Greenwood, Lawrence, and McCormick counties. Plan your next outdoor outing in South Carolina's Old 96th District, a part of South Carolina's freshwater coast.
Hey guys, today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
What the heck is that?
Oh, what truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's a Chevy.
Ford.
Is it Ford? Nope, it's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
Is it Ram? Not Ram.
That's
It's Chevy.
That's right, from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road.
gorgeous. Chevy hit it out of the ballpark with these.
New Berkley Fireline Ultra 8. It's rounder, smoother, and 4 times more abrasion resistant than original Fireline. That means you catch more fish. Ultra 8 features 8 braided strings heated to molecularly bind individual fibers. It lays well on the spool and is prior to going through your guide. Expect 10% longer casts and superb knot strength.
New Fireline Ultra 8, and you thought Fireline couldn't get any better.
Before your next boating adventure, create a float plan and leave it with a friend or a relative. What this plan is going to do is it's going to give us when and where you're going to launch your boat, what time you plan on returning, the routes you planning on taking, who's going to be on the boat with you, some emergency contact numbers, and it's also going to give us your registration number so we know what boat we're looking for in case of an emergency. So please be safe and have fun on South Carolina waterways.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine, brought to you today by the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources. Life's just better outdoors. By Berkley. Catch more fish with Berkley Fishing Products. By Ranger Boats. Still building legends one at a time. By Browning Ammunition. Browning, the best there is. And by Southern Woods Plantation. A place where the grandeur of times past can still be experienced today.
Welcome back, folks. Listen, I want to show you some more great features of this boat. I am so proud to be able to have Ranger as a sponsor, but also them to be able to provide us with this 621 FS series, because again, I want to reiterate to you folks out there, most of the time you folks get to buy one boat in your life, okay? And you want something that you can take freshwater fishing, you can take saltwater fishing, or you just love to take the family out. And what I so enjoy about this boat is all of this deck space that you see in here, okay? If I want to take extra guests, they can ride in comfort, okay? I will tell you that I also take up, this has a snap out carpet in the bottom, but I put dry deck in the bottom. It's great on your feet, especially if you're fishing and standing up all day, but it's also a great way to keep your boat clean as opposed to trying to vacuum out the carpet. So every time that I want to clean this boat, I just pull up, wash it out, and ready to go. But one of the key things too is this is actually enjoyable to drive. This boat really is like driving my Silverado down the highway, only on the water. It's great, it's comfortable, the gauging patterns and systems are all right here in front of me, all of the controls. I've got the electronics here, and they have jumbo electronics. I have the Lowrance HDS-12, and it's right here where I can see it. It has the hot foot. It just has everything that you can think of. Ranger has not missed a lick on putting a creature comfort item on this boat. Well, listen, I've got some more things I want to show you in specifics about this boat. If you haven't had a chance to see the Ranger 621 FS series, log on to rangerboats.com and you can find a dealer near you, or go to bobredfern.com and it'll take you right there, and you can see actual running videos of the boat. And you too may want to head on down and get you a 621 FS for your very own.
Oh, there's two of them. I got two. Oh, two trout in one line.
Woo! Get it, man. Oh my goodness, look at that.
Two trout.
Goodness.
That's coming up.
Get him.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh. How often does that happen?
About that?
Not very often. Here, I got the trolling motor.
Okay.
Get him up here, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take. Yeah, man.
There. Wow.
Look at that.
2-1.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good sized fish.
Here, I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll go ahead and get them out of here.
Oh goodness. Yeah. Talk about supper there. Wow.
Well, they both came out at the same time. And
look at that. Huh. Okay. Let me get the, oops, careful.
Oh.
Careful, careful.
What do you think about that? 2-1.
Hey, man. Yeah, nice.
You like that?
Yeah, awesome. Naples, Florida, right there.
There you go. There you go.
Rick Mitchell, huh?
One cast, two fish.
Yeah, all right. Fish on.
There you go. Oh,
fish
that's
on.
a good size.
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
not sure what that is. Look like a trout, maybe.
I don't know. He ain't bad. Yeah, man.
Oh, he's a lot bigger than mine. Oh,
on that Berkeley swim bait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that.
Is he a trout? Oh, no, he's a snook.
He's a snook.
You got a snook.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's okay. Quick release, bro.
No, you got a snook.
Yeah,
there
man.
you go.
Coming up next, we head to the Sportsman's table for another great recipe featuring South Carolina grown meats and vegetables.
Take a moment to think about the food you buy and eat. Is it fresh? I mean really fresh. Or is it shipped from a grower hundreds or even thousands of miles away?
Well, here in South Carolina, we celebrate fresh, locally grown food and unforgettable meals with family and friends. So, choose food that's rooted right here. Choose certified SC grown. It's a matter of taste.
T-minus 7, 2, 5. We have liftoff.
For generations, anglers from across the globe have put their trust in Abu Garcia. Because out here on the water, we know our science is your religion. Fish like a fanatic with the latest generation of Revo. Featuring up to 24 pounds of max drag. Designed for leverage and power. Built on corrosion resistance and comfort. World-class adventure awaits with Revo. Abu Garcia for life.
I was really fortunate to be raised in a family with a strong outdoor heritage. We've been farming and hunting land that's been in our family since the Revolutionary War. Being good stewards of the land and wildlife and passing that on to future generations has always been part of our heritage. My grandfather created a company based on these values, and 70 years later, Pennington is still guided by these principles. This culture and these values are reflected in all of our products. Let us help you create your own outdoor legacy.
The The Sportsman's Table is brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. Whether you live in South Carolina or out of state, be sure to buy South Carolina grown meats, vegetables, and fruits. Make sure your food is South Carolina certified. It's a matter of taste.
My guest chef this week is Tom Mullally. He is a chef instructor with the International Culinary Institute of Myrtle Beach and the owner of Strand Catering right here in Myrtle's Inlet, South Carolina. Tom, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Great to see you, my friend.
Listen, you've always got something special for us on our Sportsman's Table. What do you got for me today?
You know, chefs are always up to something. We're going to go with some fresh local duck breast.
Okay.
And I always tell my students at the college, no bland food allowed.
There you go.
A little salt, black pepper. Eat with the eyes first, as you know.
Okay.
We're gonna get that pan nice and hot, and we're gonna sear it. We're gonna get that duck skin a little crispy. There's nothing worse than a skin, whether it be chicken skin or duck skin, that's not nice and crispy.
Right. Now, I will ask you, you always have a backup. If somebody doesn't have duck breast, they can always use chicken?
Yeah, we can substitute chicken as well. It's that personal choice, so to speak.
Okay. All right, Tom, out of the oven she is.
Out of the oven. We're going to slice it. I like to slice it on the bias, a little bit at an angle, so we can get a little plate presentation. And again, I'm looking for medium, a little pink in there. There you go. Looks like it's cooked nice.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent,
Perfect.
excellent. Good stuff. We're going to top it off. We're going to start it off with braised red and green cabbage.
Oh, wow.
We'll put that right in the dead center. Goes really well with duck breast and so many other things.
Okay.
Start off that. We're going to lay our duck breast over there. I like to give a little height sometimes in plate presentation.
Yeah.
I'm going to top it off with some fresh vegetables, some color and flavor. I cut the carrots into what's called a lozenge cut. I teach a knife cutting class at the college. They're basically little diamonds.
Oh, I got you.
But again, they eat with the eyes first, so always cool to intrigue them in this little way.
That gets you an extra grade.
That's it, that's it. That's the difference between an A and a B, Bob.
There you go.
A little yellow squash going there, some cauliflower. Again, the plate is starting to come alive, as we can see.
Yeah. There's one thing I've learned all these years about doing the Sportsman's Table with you chefs is it's all about the eye wash.
That's it, that's it.
If it looks good when it comes out, it is good.
I agree. Now to top it off, we've got some fresh local peaches. This is a peach and pear chutney that we're going to top things off with.
Oh, wow.
It's got a little ginger in there, too.
Okay.
A little chive garnish, peaches and pears. Now to finalize things, we have to have a couple of different colors on the plate. We're going to streak it with a little red wine sauce.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Getting hungry just looking at it.
Duck breast, that's fit for any duck hunter.
There you go.
There you go.
Voila.
Oh my goodness, Tom.
Right.
As always, my friend, it's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Bob.
And I will tell you, folks, if you'd like more great recipes like this, again, go to certifiedscgrown.com, see what's fresh on the menu for yourself, as well as come on down to Myrtle's Inlet. If you got something you're going to do, throw a party, you can reach this guy through the Sportsman's Table website. Again, we'll be right back here again next week with another great recipe on the Sportsman's Table. We'll see you then.
To find out more information on food that's fresher and tastier, go online at certifiedscgrown.com. Buy certified South Carolina grown products. It's a matter of taste.
Hey guys, today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
What the heck is that?
Well, what truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's a Chevy.
Ford.
Is it Ford? Nope, it's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
Is it Ram? Not Ram.
It's Chevy.
That's right. From the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road.
Gorgeous. Chevy hit it out of the ballpark with these.
Southern Woods Plantation. The name itself conjures up images of a time gone by. A time of towering pines, mule-drawn wagons, and covey after covey of bobwhite quail. Southern Woods Plantation has been chosen as one of the top 6 hunting destinations in America. They offer great hunting, comfortable lodging, wonderful food, and world-class dogs. Southern Woods Plantation, where the past can still be experienced today.
For 50 years, Ranger has led the way in innovative, high-performance designs, and we're raising the bar again with a bold new flagship line. The Ranger Z Comanche L Series. These rigs are custom crafted with a passion for perfection and loaded with more features and advantages to deliver domination at every level. The next generation Ranger L Series. Celebrate a legacy 50 years in the making.
Here's another safety hunting tip from South Carolina DNR.
Many accidents occur while crossing an obstacle, such as a fence, while holding a loaded gun. This can easily be prevented. First, unload your gun. Cover the muzzle with a hat or something else. Place the gun under the fence pointed away from you. Cross the fence. After safely crossing, reload gun and continue hunting. Remember, safe hunting is no accident.
Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine is brought to you today by Chevrolet, the official vehicle of Bob Redfern's Outdoor Magazine. By the South Carolina Department of Agriculture. By South Carolina, it's a matter of taste. By Pennington Seed, the leader in outdoor forage products. By Browning, the best there is. And by South Carolina Embroidery and Screen Printing.
Pretty good. Oh, that's a snook.
Is that a snook?
That's
okay.
a snook. We got a nice little
man,
snook.
that's two snook today.
You
lose him.
Lost him. I just lost him. Oh,
that's okay.
Oh,
that's okay.
That hurt me.
That's okay.
He was nice.
Yeah, he was.
I got him right there by that bank.
Okay, well, while we're fishing and talking, let's really, I want to tell all the folks out there, and folks, I want you to pay attention to this because you're talking about a 25-year Army veteran here, retired in 2011.
Yes, sir.
And you know, you've served your country like many of the veterans out there, and I just want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I got to ask you, how did you get into being a fishing guide?
Oh,
you go from being a hardcore Ranger, Airborne Infantry, okay, battalion commander, all that sort of stuff, and now you're out here. Of course, you know, people ask me, how'd you come from that, and then you do a TV? So, but I'm going to ask you first.
Well, I've been fishing all my life. It started out with my stepfather took me fishing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was hooked, you know, everywhere in the military that we went fishing, and then while I was serving, every military installation has a nice reservation, lakes around there, and just been fishing and bass. Bass fishing is my passion.
Right.
But I got into this saltwater fishing just because you just never know what you're going to catch, you know, and when you come out here in the water. And, you know, we've caught fish today, but there's been times I've bass fished and never caught a fish all day long, you know, but this is to me a little exciting coming out here.
And you know, I will tell you, Rick, a lot of folks ask me all the time, you know, Bob, your show's about destinations, about the guides, okay? And from all of this, that folks that watch this show, the biggest thing that they want to do is they want to find a guide just like you that they can spend all day on the boat with, enjoy it, have a good time, catch a few fish, okay, but it's just spending a pleasurable time with some guy. And you're one of those guys, okay? And I applaud you for doing that because, you know, not everybody can do this, okay? You have to be a people person, okay? Sure. And I think you, like me, learned that in the Army, okay? Because you had to deal with anybody and everybody. It didn't matter.
You know, the nice thing about coming out here, Naples and Everglades and Marco Island, it's just not all just about the fishing. You know, you just look at the scenery around here.
Yeah.
You know, we're the only ones out here right now fishing, you know?
Yeah.
And there's places I can park and you can walk along the beach and get back on and we'll see dolphins, we'll see manatee. I mean, we just saw a shark not too long ago just coming by us, you know? But it's just other things you can do. But the fishing is great.
Well, and the other thing too is you got a great dock facility here. So folks, listen, log on to Bob's Top 16, go to the Florida Fishing Network. If you want to come down to Naples, Florida and fish with this guy, please do that. Log in, come fishing, okay? Enjoy the day, enjoy the week, okay? I'm sure you'd love to have them.
Yes,
and
sir.
oh, by the way, not only will you take them saltwater fishing, but you can also take them freshwater.
Yes, sir. We can go to Shelby and go hit Alligator Alley and freshwater.
There you go.
There's peacock bass in the Golden Gate Canal area, and there's different kind of variation of fishing we can do, and it's a great place to be.
Brother?
Cool, sir.
Rangers lead the way.
Rangers lead the way.
There
Thank
you go, man. Well, folks, I want to take a few minutes more here to show you some of the highlights and more features of this 621 FS, to include this huge rod locker, okay? I know it's only 18 rods there, so listen, this thing will hold up to 25 rods in there safely, but the good thing about it is, if your rods are wet, say you've been fishing, you got wet, all of them are, whether the saltwater or freshwater, whatever you're doing, this has an aerator fan in it. You just turn it on and it'll dry it out. Okay, there's a lot of other features on this boat, but one of the things too, you can order this boat with either a windshield like this walk through, or you can get the lower windshields that go over each side of the consoles here for both the driver and passenger. The front deck, listen, if you can't fish on a deck this size, then you just don't need to be fishing, okay? That's what's so great and unique about this 621. It is huge, okay? I can't tell you. You've seen this on the show many, many times, but it is huge. There's plenty of room up here, actually for 3 or 4 folks to fish, okay? The next thing I wanted to talk just quickly about, again, I've got another HDS 12 Lowrance mounted up here in the bow. It is through an Ethernet cable, so it is through the transom in the back. You notice that there is not a transducer on this trolling motor. So one of the great things about this is the Minn Kota Riptide, and I have it put on here because we use this in saltwater. So again, the Tarova, the Freshwater Series by Minn Kota, or whatever trolling motor you choose, they have it available here, and the good folks at Ranger can make that happen for you. Again, if you want bells and whistles, they can put it on there as well. Your dealer can. Or if you want the standard package, just log on to rangerboats.com, check out and get you a 621 FS Series boat for your very own. It'll look great in your driveway. Mine does. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our show this week. Naples, Florida is a great place. If you haven't had a chance to get on down to Florida, Naples is a wonderful place to go fishing, take the family. You can go out, do inshore, offshore, whatever it is you like to do. Leave the folks up on the beach and you can go have fun. Naples, one of the best kept secrets in the great state of Florida down there. Well, I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back here again next week. And as I always like to say each and every week, the outdoors is my passion. I want it to be yours too. We'll see you next time. All right, man, it's time to rock and roll.